YouTube anime lovers, Noragami episode 5. We left off seeing Yuki get cut in half by Bishamon's attack, and I'm like, what the fuck? What's happening? Yuki better not die. So, we see Yuki having died, he's evolved. And I know what you think, like, evolved, what the hell? The only person to date that we know is Kazuma. At first he was a nail, that was like an earring. Now he evolved into like a flower earring. Now Yuki evolved into a double blade, two swords basically. So he's a badass now. And now he's stronger and, you know, can help Yato out a lot more. Now, of course, the Yato and Bishamon fight continues, but Bishamon is so bloody and corrupted, she's not really understanding or caring what's happening. Like, her regalias is screaming, let me go, because, they're getting blighted and corrupted. And she will not. She keeps fighting. And on top of that, she's feeling the pain of her other regalias dying because the Kagura, the doctor, I think his name Kagura, uh, something like that. The doctor brung a phantom in. And people was like, how is he bringing a phantom in a god's lair? Obviously, you can't. But a mask phantom is different. And I don't know how they breed the mask phantoms or if they just put a mask on them or what. So this big old dinosaur phantom is just eating regalias and people. It's just crazy. So she's feeling pain and that, and she's feeling like what happened before when Yato killed her family. She's feeling it all over again. And she's angry and thinking Yato is here to take him again, and Yato has nothing to do with it. And so they're fighting, and Yato ends up getting the edge over her and coming close to chopping her head off. But at the last minute, Hiyori screamed his name and he stopped. Excuse me. Now, Hiyori and Kazuma basically gets out of their, cell or whatever you want to call it. They was trapped somewhere with an enchantment on a door that they couldn't break. The girl that started the blighted stuff on Bishamon, the girl with the staff with the electric staff, she ends up feeling guilty and helps him. And she's almost a phantom herself, like she's half phantom, and it's just ugly to be honest. But yeah, so Hiyori yells out Yato's name and Yato stops, but Bishamon continues to fight, and she like emits this purple aura, like this purple aura, and it looks like she's finna die, cause it looks like she's finna be reborn. And Kazuma's trying to stop it, she won't listen. Yato's steady trying to protect herself, and it ends up to the point where she gets Yato off guard and actually have a chance to kill him. But instead Kazuma push him out the way and take the blow. And that right there is what woke Bishamon up because she noticed what she done. She started crying. Like she was wailing, crying like a little kid, and she lost her best friend basically. And with that said, Kazuma with his last breath hugs her and tells her the truth that it was him behind what happened with Yato and the family. And Yato is really not the person to blame. He couldn't bring it up to her all these years because, he didn't know how she would react or he didn't know how to tell her. So it's really sad, but at the same time, it's just like you get like, what's next? What do we do? And Yato's like, we stop the real person behind this. And Yato already know it's the doctor behind this. But first, he needs to get Hiyori to the fucking real world. Get her damn soul, her whatever the hell it is, her soul back in her body. I mean, her tail is faded. and she's close to death. She can't stay out of her body for too long. So, with that said, we see the first time in history of Hiyori being out of her body and close to death. She's always out of her body, and it's just like, I guess you don't be out of there for a long time, but it's now like, you could die from this, girl. What the hell are you doing? It's dangerous now, especially if anybody's a enemy of Yato around. So that's basically the episode. I loved it. The Bishamon and Yato fight. In reality, I think Yato could have won hands down. Of course, we didn't see a fight to the death like the last season. Doubted that would happen anyway, but um, definitely would have put my money on Yato. But that was episode 5, guys, and I know most of you guys are watching Noragami, so let me know what you think of this episode in the comments below. Peace out, YouTube.